Hi guys, Creative Lauri here, welcome. Okay, so I have kind of a big week ahead of me, pardon me, and I just needed to do a little meal prep and I don't really have a lot of time. So I'm gonna be using things from my pantry and from the food bank, and I'll tell you which is from where. I'm just gonna be making lazy enchiladas. That's what I call it. So I have a can opener, a spoon, tortillas that we had frozen in my dad's freezer for a while, but they're fine now. I defrosted them. Some shredded cheese I did have to buy. I made pinto beans the other night. I'm using a can of the Rosarita vegetarian pinto beans. This is from the food bank. I made that. My dad bought these quite a while ago. I'm not even sure how long ago. I bought this recently. And then the heart tomato soup, which I will be adding to, that's from the food bank. I believe I bought this a long time ago during COVID. And this is my favorite brand of enchilada sauce. It's the El Pato, means the duck, or a duck, probably a duck. Green enchilada sauce. And from what I remember is this one's a little bit spicy. And that's why I want to cut it with the tomato soup. I don't really have that much. I do, from the food bank, I do have some traditional pasta sauce in a can. And then I'm just running out of tomato sauce, basically. I don't have paste or anything left. So supplement that with the tomato soup. And I think it'll be fine. I mean, it's always kind of fine, it's not a big deal. And I'm going to because I don't like canned refried beans. I'm really not a fan. But I want to make use of that. So I'm going to add this can to these beans that I cooked that have a lot of broth, which I love. But it's loose beans. I don't want to crush them. So I'm going to add the whole can to that. Mix it up. These are not salted, but these are. So I think I might add just a little bit of onion powder, garlic powder, and maybe a little bit of salt to that. Then I got my cheese, my tortillas. I'm not gonna roll them. Normally what you would do is get a saucepan and you would dunk each one into the saucepan of your enchilada sauce, and then it warms up the tortilla so it's more pliable. And then you put the innards in it and, you lay them out like this. No, I'm not doing that because I'm kind of short on time. It's the evening. I'm a little bit tired, but I know I have to have a meal for the rest of the week. So we're just going to prep a quick little casserole, lazy enchilada casserole. I have my oven at 375 ready to go. Let me open everything up. What I do is I like to wash the tops of the cans, and because they're in warehouses and mice can get on them, I'll be opening them with just this, and I'll show you everything as I go along. I'll be right back. All right, let's combine everything into one bowl so it gets mixed up nicely. I really like this brand, El Pato. It's really, really good. It is spicy though, from what I remember. So we're gonna add that plus the condensed soup. I think I'm gonna need a spoon for that, but, okay. And when I mix this, I'm also gonna mix these beans with those beans. So I think I need to salt the beans that I cooked overnight. But you see all those beautiful tomatillo seeds in there, yummy. So I'm gonna mix this really quick and I'll come back and I'm gonna mix the beans also. I'll be right back. Made a mess. All right, you can see the sauce is kind of like a medium red sauce. Let me there we go. Hopefully you can see that. Anyways, it looks delicious. You do have to mix it around. It's probably best because this was more of like a solid, the tomato soup, to use a whisk, but I was too lazy to do that. I hate cleaning whisks. I don't know why. So I got everything out of here into here, and I kind of just smushed it around. I don't know how people just warm this up and eat it, because I don't think it even tells you to add water at all. Hold on, I want to make sure of that before I speak. Heat beans over medium heat in saucepan until hot. Stir occasionally. Yeah, see, they don't even tell you to add water. It's like a paste. Like, I just don't see how people would like to eat that. So I'm adding, the liquid that I'm adding is from my own beans. Let me grab my own beans here with all that beautiful broth into there. I'll be right back and I'll show you all of it. Okay, so I added quite a bit of the liquid, as you can see, but now I'm gonna add, sorry, you saw my recyclables, a ladle full of the actual beans. I did already get some beans in here, and I want to show you the difference between their beans and my beans. Let's see, here's their bean. You can see the light bean next to the dark bean on the right. The dark beans are mine, but I think this was perfect consistency, or it is perfect consistency. And I don't know why their beans are so light. I think because I noticed that when you get canned pinto beans, they're very, very light. I think it's because they put them under high pressure, and it just kind of just cooks them down to just yeah, it gets like bleached out like your hair if you leave on your color too long, I guess. So you can see the dark beans, which are mine, and then theirs. I needed it to be kind of like this kind of a soupy consistency for the enchiladas. So I still have quite a bit left, so I can have some soup and loose beans with just different things. I make different things out of it. Whoa. So let me move these out of the way. We're gonna start it all up. Now, I got my beans, my Pyrex. It's a shallow one, so maybe 2 layers. And how I'm doing it is very lazy. I'll be right back. All right, so I put about 1 3/4 ladle of the sauce at the bottom. Actually, we're just gonna call it 2. Just to, you need to have it, you know, it's like a lasagna. You want it, the sauce all over the bottom. Okay, now, the lazy part. You want your tortillas? I'm just gonna lay them in there. I'm not rolling them. I'm not soaking them. Nope. I'm just not doing it. I don't have time. I'm actually hungry, but I'm probably not gonna eat these tonight. I'll save them for another time. So I'm gonna put 6 at the bottom. And I know that's super lazy. I don't cut them, but really it's not making a huge difference in the corners. So I'm not, yeah, nope. Then I actually did test these out, taste them, and they are really good. Really good already. So let me get them a little bit closer. So I don't have this overflow. And they don't need any more salt, even though my beans didn't, all that broth, when I went to taste it, it didn't need any salt because the canned stuff has so much sodium. So I'm just gonna put all of this on here and I'll be right back. All right, so that's a nice layer of beans. I think I'm gonna put another ladle or so of the sauce. So maybe a ladle and a half, because I really didn't get full ladlefuls when there we go. Now the cheese. Okay, a nice layer of cheese. Now more tortillas. 1, 2, it's okay to overlap them. 3, and you can even go up on the side a little bit if you want to. I guess I could on this one. 4, 5, and 6. So this is great for your family, a quick dinner, and just have like the toppings pre-made. Okay, now we're starting it all over again. The beans, enchilada sauce, and cheese. I'll be right back. Okay, another layer. And you're literally, I finished all of it. And you're literally just spreading it on like frosting. Now, another ladle full or so. And you can see how many tortillas I have left. So I'm going to have to continue making. There's another dish that I love. It's called chilaquiles. I might be making that. I did buy some eggs. I had to buy some things because I did not go to the food bank for a couple of weeks. So here we go. And that's my dog. Okay, now a layer of cheese. Okay, be right back. All right, so you can see I covered the whole thing. Now it's really up to the rim. I tried to take my finger and just rub it against the edge so that it won't spill over, and I don't want baked cheese on the edge because it's hard to get off. So I just kind of run my finger all around, get it off the edge, and then I'm going to put this in the oven. I'm going to put a tray underneath because it's very to the edge. It's going to bubble over probably, so that's okay. I'll have the tray to catch it. 375. Let's do this for about 45 minutes because there's a lot of liquid. I really like my enchiladas wet. And I did use, you can see, a lot of sauce. So I only have a little bit left. So I'm thinking I'm going to make nachos later in the week or for like brunch. We'll see. And I have lots of beans left. And it's mainly just the legumes, not so much of the broth. So that's good. Tons of tortillas, and I did get tortilla chips for Christmas, so that's why I say let's make some nachos. And I do have cheese left. It's a Mexican blend that I bought, and there is, yeah, there's enough there for some nachos. Yummy. I'm super, oh, I see some liquid. See how there's liquid spilling over? Clean your edges and it'll be easier after you're, baked, and won't be so much cleanup. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just put a cookie sheet with some wax paper that you can put in the oven. I get that from the Dollar Tree, and you can microwave it, you can bake with it. Just because I don't want to waste my parchment paper or foil, trying to be frugal. And I'm going to bake this. I increased the temperature since there's a tray involved. So I increased it to 385. Let me put it in at 45 minutes. So while that's cooking, I'm going to put everything away and clean up my mess. And I know that I can make some nachos, dirty rice. So I'm going to clean my mess. I'll be back. Okay, here it is, and it's cheesy glory. It's all done. It probably cooked for an hour. I turned it up to 400 for the last maybe 15 minutes, and then I turned it off. So it was in the oven a total for 1 hour, 375 for about, I would say 45 minutes, and then the last 15 were at 400. And then I just turned it off and left it in there to kind of, get crispy and yummy on top. So I'm going to make myself a little bit, or make my plate. Here's enchilada sauce that's left over. I dated it. And I'm just going to have a little piece. I'm not going to even chop up the lettuce and the onion, but you can certainly put that with sour cream or yogurt on top. I don't really have time. I'm so hungry. I just want to eat. But look at how it spilled over. So I'm super glad I did put the wax paper on here, so let me cut into it. I'll be right back. All right, guys, here it is. I'm so glad I put the pan underneath. So I ate this much. I mean, I haven't yet. That's my second helping. It's very liquidy right now, but as you can see, it's starting to set up. So that's going to be really good the next day. But it's very liquidy right now. because it's hot, I put a lot of sauce and liquid, beans. This is how much I have of the enchilada sauce left over. I probably will do, like I said, some kind of a nachos, and it's really, really good. So let me taste it with you here. I've already eaten it, but the top is really nice. It's a nice crust, and it's really good. I like the texture of the different beans, like the pinto and then the ones from the can. It makes a nice texture balance. Totally worth it if you have extra tortillas, beans in a can, or beans that you make, and you put a sheet of, this will be so easy to cut into tomorrow when it hardens. The crust is really good afterwards. I feel like once it sits for a while, any pasta or enchilada or lasagna tastes better the next day. But it's really good right now. And like I said, I'm glad I put the wax paper because of the spillage. So, guys, make something yummy and just do a casserole. Yeah, this is really good. A casserole on a Friday night, weekend night, when you don't want to put too much effort into things. This was a very lazy enchilada casserole. So thumbs up for me. I really like it, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of that. And I hope you all have a really blessed evening. Bye-bye. All right, guys, it's the next day. So I left them out just to solidify. It's the next morning, and it was still kind of hot. That's why I didn't put it away. It's fine. Yeah, see, it's solidified very nicely. Yay! So I ate quite a bit yesterday, as you can see. I knew it was going to harden up, so it definitely did. So I'm just going to take, because that looks ugly, I'm just going to, I'm not that hungry right now because I ate a little tiny bit of something before this. So we're just going to take a little square. We'll take a pretty square. How's that? Let me get this on my plate. I'm going to heat it up, and I'll be right back. But doesn't it look good? It was very good, by the way. Okay, here it is. It's nice and steaming hot. I ended up taking both the little pieces there. So I chopped up some lettuce, also from the food bank, and the onions, the red onions. Yummy, my favorite. I'm going to put that on top along with a little bit of Parmesan cheese. I'm laughing because I put a little bit of too much of the Parmesan cheese, but doesn't that look good? What would also be good on here is like sour cream, plain yogurt, crema, but I don't have any of those, but this is fine. It's decadent enough, and oh well, I put too much cheese. That does not sound like a problem to me. Grab a little bit of, oops, there we go. Oopsie, lost a piece. Yeah, actually, I always say that lasagna, pasta, enchiladas, even tamales are better the next day, and potato salad. Yeah, macaroni salad, same thing. Wow, this is really good. Let me take another bite. You could put ranch dressing on here too if you wanted it to be, have like a little creaminess. I'm not a huge fan of ranch dressing, to be honest, so I don't normally get it, and if I get it, I give it to my tenant. It's really hot though, so let me blow on it. I feel like it was more spicy last night because it was so hot and like molten lava in here. Like, because it just hadn't set up yet. This is really, really good. Honestly, I could probably eat this cold too. I really enjoy it. I'm gonna enjoy this piece here for my brunch. And guys, this was like cheap. Even if you don't go to the food bank or have a discount store or, you know, whatever, this can be made very inexpensively. Corn tortillas, enchilada sauce. Now that one is spicy, so I am really glad that I had cut it. I love spicy, don't get me wrong, but I'm glad that I cut it with the tomato soup because it was just really, really hot on its own. And my stomach can't take it anymore. I have really bad stomach issues. So really good. I gave that a major thumbs up. Inexpensive. Anytime you make a casserole, it's going to be more cost effective. And you're going to have, even if I get sick of it, which I don't think I will, but I'm going to give half to my dad. And then this part that I'll keep, I'm not going to get tired of that. So, all right, you guys, let me know in the comments if you liked this, and it's super cheap. So hopefully you'll make it, and yeah, enjoy it. All right, bye-bye.